All right, so for this problem, they ask us to select all of the expressions that are equivalent to 1,563 divided by 6. So we're going to look at these different choices and we're going to find all the ones that are equivalent or equal to this. And so we know that division problems can be written as fractions. And so we can also split up the division problem. So I'm going to check 1,200 plus 300 plus 36 does equal 1,536. And because we divided them all by 6, this is another way that we could work this out. So that one works. So A would be equivalent. Now here, 1,500 divided by 6 plus 36 divided by 6. So these two also would add up to 1,536, and we've done what we needed to do by dividing them both by 6. So B is going to work. C, we could write it like this instead of writing it as a fraction, as long as, it adds up to 1,536 and we divide each one of them by 6. So they've got 1,530 and 6. And they've divided this by 6, divided this by 6, divided this one by 6. But the problem is right here. They didn't divide this by 6. If they would have divided this by 6, then it would work. So C is not going to work because they didn't divide that last one by 6. Now, if we did D, 600 plus 600 plus 336, so that gives us 600 plus 600 is 1,200, and then plus 336 would give us 1,536, and they divided each one of them by 6. So that would work. E, they don't have it written correctly. Remember, the order does matter when we're dividing. So E is not going to work. We can't do 6 divided by 1,500. We would have had to have done 1,500 divided by 6. So they have it backwards there. So E is not going to work. Now, when we're multiplying, the order doesn't matter, but when we're dividing, it does matter. So A, B, and D all work in this case. And so you could pick one of these to actually solve it, whichever one you feel like is easiest to work out. So if I did, 1,200 divided by 6, I know 12 divided by 6 is going to be 2. So I'm just going to have 2 zeros placed at the end. 200 times 6 does give me 1,200. Now I've got 300 divided by 6. I know 30 divided by 6 is 5. So if I have 300 divided by 6, I'm going to just have to place 1 0. So I can check that. 50 times 6 would give me 300. And then 36 divided by 6 is just going to be 6. So then I add these together and I get my answer of 256. So you're going to have a problem similar to this on the form where you have to select all the ones that are equivalent. So go through the process just like I did. And, remember, all of them have to be divided by, whatever number we're dividing by. So that's why C was not correct. And then the order matters, so that's why E was not correct. All right, if we have time before this video stops, we're going to go ahead and look at number 2. So choose the number that is closest to the value of the expression 8,745 divided by 6. So you could use multiplication to check this. I know 15 times 6 is not going to be close to 8,745, so I can eliminate that one. And then, even if I rounded this, 200 times 6 is only going to be 1,200, so that's not very close. So it's going to be between these two. And, this is 15,000, which is more than what we started out with. So we can actually eliminate D too. So C would be the one that's the closest. And I can check that by multiplying the 1,500 times 6, and I should get something that's close to 8,745. So if I use